welcome to Southern States Wrestling. Your old friend Bo James here with you, and I want to talk to you for just a moment before we get started in the program here today. If you've noticed, there had not been a new episode uploaded here in the last few weeks. The last weekend of February, our family had a shocking and untimely death. It just threw everything out of whack, threw our regular routines out of whack, and along with that and other family illnesses, we have not been able to produce a program, but we're back on track, getting everything rolling here. We uploaded the last episode of February because we had already been working on that when the untimely passing happened. Back here now, ready to bring you new programs each and every week. So I hope you keep on watching, hope you keep on enjoying what we're giving to you right here on the Southern States Wrestling YouTube page and on our Facebook page and everywhere else that we send this out, like KingofKingsport.com. So make sure you check out the Facebook, make sure you check out KingofKingsport.com, and make sure you check out the Southern States Wrestling Network, because so much stuff has went up there in the early part of this year. Even when we were not doing programs here online, the stuff was still going on. Thanks to Joe Wheeler, thanks to my friend Adam Lash to help us keep everything going with the Southern States Wrestling Network. I want to tell you right now, the 20th of April, Saturday night, April 20th, for the first time in 5 years, Southern States Wrestling returns to Rogersville, Tennessee, right there at the Hawkins County Cattlemen's Association building, right there off of Stanley Valley Road, right off of 11E. Going to be a huge night of wrestling. Going to be telling you about that a little bit later in the program, so mark it down, make your plans to be right there. It's a fundraiser for the Cattlemen's Association, a great organization, a lot of great farmers involved in that. We love helping out nonprofits like that. Going to be a big night, Saturday night, April the 20th. Now what we want to do this week is going to tell you all about some stuff going on in Southern States Wrestling from the year of 1999, as we've been reliving the year of 1999 on the Southern States Wrestling Network. We're also reliving the year of 2000. We're going to talk about that coming up in a little bit also. What I want to give to you right here, highlights from the International Cup Tournament, March of 1999. You can watch this match in its entirety on the Southern States Wrestling Network. Not only this match, the entire event. It was a huge night for Southern States Wrestling, March 13th, 1999, Kingsport Civic Auditorium. Let's take a look. From Perth, Australia, Ashley Hudson, as he takes on from Germany, Heinrich Franz Keller, and what was a great match in the International Cup Tournament. Here's some highlights for you.
All right, fans, this is our other opening round match for the International Cup, the International Tournament, here in this edition of Southern States Wrestling. And I'll make sure I pronounce it correctly. Heinrich Franz Keller against Ashley Hudson, the Duke of New York, and Mark Curtis joining yours truly, Chip Kessler. Do keep that in mind now. It's not Heinrich, it's Heinrich Franz Keller.
That's what I said. I got it right the first time.
Well, make sure you do, or I'll sick him on you. This guy, Keller, Mark, is quite impressive. You look at his physique, he is really well put together, as really is Ashley Hudson, too.
I'm really looking forward to this match, Chip. Reputations of both men are very large in professional wrestling, and the fact that they're here in Southern States Wrestling and going for this International Cup. Look at the strength on Heinrich there. It's going to be an interesting matchup. I believe these men are not strangers to each other, and it'll be very interesting to see what happens. But this Keller, he sort of reminds me of Dick the Bruiser from back in the 1950s. Body style and the way he moves around the ring. Maybe a little bit of Jim the Anvil Neidhart also, except with a lot more mobility than what Neidhart would have. Wouldn't you say, Duke?
Well, I would say definitely a lot more mobility. He is deceptively quick, is Keller, but unable to get the advantage on Hudson as Hudson takes him back down and goes back to that arm. Interesting story about Ashley Hudson. Grew up in Perth, Australia, was a big fan of another native Australian, superstar Bill Dundee. Dundee came to the United States and one of the most well-known wrestlers of all time. Ashley Hudson followed him through magazines, through television, and actually came to the United States, went to Studio City, California, where he trained at Slammer's Wrestling Gym, and now following in Dundee's footsteps, making a name for himself here in the States.
Ashley Hudson from Australia, Heinrich Franz Keller from Germany. And this the second of our two opening matches. That body slam again, but as you notice there, Duke, both times that Keller has attempted this, Ashley Hudson has been able to hang on to the arm and continue with that arm bar, and that hold continues on.
Ashley Hudson latched onto that arm like a koala bear to a tree, not letting Keller take him down.
Yeah, it seems like Ashley Hudson has learned his lessons very well from Vern Langdon out there at the Slammers U. And unfortunately, Keller got to the ropes and Ashley broke the hold.
We saw wrestlers from the United States, from Mexico, from Australia, and from Germany, and both these two men are very proud of their heritage and want nothing more than to bring that cup home to their home country.
Although I don't know, I think that a participant from Mexico is a little suspect. But that was a beautiful drop kick, and he goes down for a 2, almost a 3. But that was a beautiful drop kick. But as I was saying, that entrant from Mexico looked a little suspicious to me.
Yeah, we'll say he was from Mexico because that's what we were told, but we have our doubts about that. At least Mark and I do, Duke. He might buy it.
As a matter of fact, I think that was Rayo de Jalisco Jr., as a matter of fact.
Yeah, I was thinking that too until I came to my senses. Meanwhile, back in the center of the ring, tremendous backflip there and breaking the hold, Heinrich Franz Keller. Once again, that power of Keller.
Looked like
breaking his neck also with that move.
Yeah, Hudson did not land well. I think that move took a lot out of him, and now big suplex by the big German, Heinrich Franz Keller.
And he thinks he's wrapped it up here, goes for a rather sloppy cover. Got the count of 2. I'd say there are a lot of guys that have not been able to get out of that particular power move by Keller, but Ashley Hudson was able to do it. 10 minutes gone in this match here as the battle rages on. Tremendous body slam, and once again, Keller feels that is all she wrote, but he's certainly taking his sweet time here, Duke, not going for a pin.
I think he should have gone for a cover there. Instead, he goes for a big knee, and Hudson able to get out of the way as Keller telegraphed that and took far too much time in setting it up. And now Hudson able to get back up to a vertical base. First one on his feet. Let's see what he does when Keller gets up.
Here goes Ashley Hudson now to the top rope. High-risk maneuver on its way from Ashley Hudson, the high flyer from Australia. Landing on Keller, drops him down, but Ashley Hudson as well was not able to land completely the way he wanted to, it looked like, Duke. While Keller's flat on his back, Ashley Hudson's out of the ring.
Well, basically, when you execute a move like that on someone like Keller, Keller's muscle mass is so thick, it's like hitting a brick wall, and Hudson just smacked into it and rolled right off and out of the ring.
As Keller went there for the axe handle, Hudson meets him, flipping over, landing down, drops the leg, goes for the cover, gets a count of 2. Did not hook the leg there, Mark, or he might have gotten the victory.
That was a beautiful slingshot leg drop over the ropes. As he throws him off into the ropes, there's a reversal, drops him down behind, goes for the Pat O'Connor roll-up.
See what happens here, got the 2, no, almost. Rob Knight with a counter.
I think he was pulling the tights there, Chip.
I didn't see that, Duke. I'm sure you did. There's a tremendous power slam by Heinrich Franz Keller, and that will do it. Tremendous match here, but the power wills out, and Heinrich Franz Keller is your winner here, the International Cup in Southern States Wrestling.
There you saw some great highlights from Heinrich Franz Keller versus Ashley Hudson International Cup. That was the very first full event we uploaded last year on the Southern States Wrestling Network, so make sure you go check it out. Watch that in its entirety. Not only that match, but the entire event is up there. Also, late last year and earlier this year, we have been taking a look at 1996 on the Southern States Wrestling Network. Here's a big event that you can now watch in its entirety on the Southern States Wrestling Network from March of 1996. Welcome back to Southern States Wrestling. You know, there was something from 1996 we talked about 1999 on the Southern States Wrestling Network there a little bit earlier today. Let's also tell you about the year 2000, also a big year for Southern States Wrestling that started the first part of this year, putting up the TVs and events from the year 2000. And one of the wildest, craziest feuds in 2000 was for the Southern States Wrestling Heavyweight title. The War Machine and Tracy Smothers were fighting for that title. We're going to show you some highlights as Joe Wheeler went back on a special episode of Southern States Wrestling in 2000 and recapped it. But you can watch these matches in their entirety on the Southern States Wrestling Network right now. Here we go. Some highlights from spring and late winter of early 2000. The War Machine defending the Southern States title against Tracy Smothers, and then their big rematch.
We've had an incredible time here with Southern States Wrestling. We had the heavyweight title change hands in Saltville, Virginia. Tracy Smothers captured the title from the War Machine in an awesome match. Tell you what, fans, let's go right now. Let's take a look at that match, and then we'll come back and take a look at what happened the next night in Appalachia, Virginia. Fans, I tell you what, Tracy Smothers, tremendous competitor. We're glad to have him here in Southern States Wrestling. As always, right here with SSW, bringing you some of the best stars that are out there in the world of wrestling.
We've got the stars of today and tomorrow right here, Joe Wheeler and SSW. Anytime that we're anywhere we're around, you need to come out and check us out, brother.
No doubt about it. It's the best few dollars you'll spend for a night of family entertainment, folks, and we want to emphasize that. That's one of the great things about Southern States Wrestling is you can bring the kids, you can bring grandma, you can bring the whole family, and you don't have to worry about what you're going to see in here because it is family-oriented wrestling action. As Smothers right there caught War Machine with a big DDT. If he could get over and make a cover, PJ, he may have him.
He may have him. These people are trying to rally Tracy Smothers right now, but I don't think they've got it yet, Joe Wheeler. Both men are struggling to get up. Whoever gets to their feet first definitely has the advantage, Joe Wheeler.
Both men struggling back to their feet. Both are regaining a vertical base. Smothers caught War Machine right there. Drove him face first right there as Smothers has come back to life. And this may be the tide that turns this entire match around as Smothers now has got the War Machine straddling the corner. He's going to lay in a series of shots on him. He's ambidextrous. He's hitting him with both his left and his right as the crowd here in Saltville, Virginia, counting along. Smothers now, beautiful kick right there to the back of the head. This could be it. Referee's over and only got a 2 count. The War Machine has just got too much fight left in him.
I thought with that back heel kick, Joe Wheeler, I thought I was going to see the upset of the century. Tracy Smothers beating the War Machine.
Smothers now up on that top rope. He's setting up. He's trying to end this thing one way or another. He's got his balance, but oh my, War Machine drilled that shot right into his stomach as now War Machine has got Smothers. Referee Aaron Foster just got knocked out there. Smothers has rolled him up. 1, 2, 3, there we got it.
What?
There we got a new champion.
I can't believe it.
Ladies and gentlemen, your winner and new Southern States Wrestling Heavyweight Champion, Tracy Smothers. There you saw the footage, ladies and gentlemen, from Saltville, Virginia, as Tracy Smothers captured the Southern States Wrestling Heavyweight Championship from the War Machine. Now, due to the fact that there was some controversy at the end of that match, the referee got knocked down, and the War Machine was absolutely irate, demanding a rematch. The board of directors granted him a rematch the following night in Appalachia, Virginia. Now, fans, what we're going to do at this time is take a look at the footage from Appalachia, the return match, the atrocity that the War Machine perpetrated on Tracy Smothers, which led to his suspension, and also Tracy Smothers now going on tour with FMW to Japan to defend the Southern States title. Fans, let's take a look at this footage right now. War Machine back on his feet as Smothers got reversed right there. War Machine caught him right there, right in the throat. Possible choke slam. No, Smothers broke it up. A series of chops to the chest area, coming around, winding up the arm, and once again that big heel kick of Tracy Smothers. He got a 2. Oh, my. Almost had him. And once again, don't forget the trip to Japan to defend the Southern States title in FMW hanging in the balance of this matchup.
That was a very, very lackadaisical cover by Tracy Smothers, Joe Wheeler, and to be honest with you, it surprised me.
Referee Eric Foster tied up with Smothers at this point for a moment as the War Machine going to his tights for something. Foreign Object City right there, I'm sure, as you see him going back to his tights to took that object away. He leveled Smothers with that one, PJ.
Brother, I tell you, this shows how much that this trip to Japan means to both combatants in this match. Oh!
Smothers rolled him up and got the 3 count right there. Tracy Smothers got the 3 count and has retained the Southern States Wrestling Heavyweight Champion. Tracy Smothers has won the match. Ladies and gentlemen, your winner and still Southern States Wrestling Heavyweight Champion, Tracy Smothers! Oh, my, War Machine just leveled him from behind right there, as now he's going to work on him, utilizing the belt, and War Machine just clocked Smothers with that belt right to the top of the head, PJ.
Oh, brother, Pearl Harbor job by the War Machine. What the War Machine is going...
He's looking
under the ring, brother.
Let's stay with this for a minute as War Machine's looking for something. Wait a minute. He's got some rope in his hand, PJ.
Oh,
what in the world is he up to?
I have no idea what he's about to do, Joe Wheeler, but I do not like the looks of this.
Catches Tracy in the throat right there with a choke. Wait a minute. He's got that rope around his neck. He's got Smothers thrown over the top rope. Oh, my God. Wait a minute. He's hanging Tracy Smothers. He's hanging Smothers with the rope. I can't believe what we're seeing here. Fans, I can't believe this. War Machine is so intent on regaining that title. He is choking Tracy Smothers over the top rope, PJ.
Oh.
This is an atrocity.
I can't believe this, Joe Wheeler. The War Machine has gone way too far. Way too far. I can't believe what I'm seeing. Where's Eric Foster going?
Eric Foster just flew out of the picture. He apparently is going for help as the War Machine is trying to choke the life out of Tracy Smothers here. I can't believe what we're seeing as War Machine is he's choked Tracy Smothers over that top rope.
God.
And now he's taking it to Mike Draven, a young wrestler out here trying to help break this situation up. As Smothers is in a world of trouble, PJ.
Hey, if there's anyone back there in the back that can hear me on the monitors, get out here because Tracy Smothers is in a ton of trouble.
We need help at ringside, no doubt about it. Mike Cooper's come in now. War Machine catches him with a knee, and now the big choke slam.
Oh.
What a choke slam there of Mike Cooper.
Joe Wheeler, I've seen the War Machine. I've been with the War Machine for years, and I've never seen him. Thank God, Joe Wheeler.
G-Dog and Ron Ray finally got rid of the War Machine. But the question is the condition of Tracy Smothers as he was choked over that top rope being utilized. War Machine was using a rope to choke Smothers, and I'm just flabbergasted.
There you saw some wild events from Tracy Smothers and the War Machine from the year 2000, and it's not over. Over the next couple of months on the network, you can relive the entire feud. You can start it right there now at the beginning and go all the way here in a couple of months to the end of it. It was a tremendous battle each and every time they got in the ring, and you'll be able to see it right there on the Southern States Wrestling Network. Now let's talk about some current events right now. Saturday night, April 20th, Rogersville, Tennessee, a huge night of action coming to the Cattlemen's Association right there on Stanley Valley Road, right off of 11E. Going to be a huge night. In the main event, the Progressive Liberal Dan Richards defends his Southern States title against the sensational Wayne Atkins. And when we come back from this last break, I'm going to tell you about a huge grudge match signed for Saturday night, April 20th in Rogersville, Tennessee. There was another great reminder about the Southern States Wrestling Network, only $4.99 a month. Make sure you check it out. New subscribers, start your 7-day free trial right now. Now let's talk about it again. Saturday night, April 20th, Rogersville, Tennessee. A huge grudge match has been signed. The pride of East Kentucky, Kyle Maggard, comes to Rogersville to battle, making his first appearance in Hawkins County. 7 foot tall, 500 pounds. I'm talking about the big rig himself, Jake Brake, and his new manager, Lemon Juice McGee. Jake Brake and Lemon Juice, they surprised, they shocked all of us recently in Hazard, Kentucky. Let's go back and take a look at what was leading to this big match coming to Rogersville.
Bree staring at them as if befuddled by what has occurred in front of his eyes. The crowd shocked and awed. Oh, Atomic dropped to Stan. Oh, and another, to front and the back. On the receiving end of those, not good. Oh, there's the bottom. What? Now let's go.
Ladies and gentlemen, your winner and new AMW heavyweight champion, Sexy Stan Sierra.
There you saw it. A big night there in Hazard, Kentucky. The Miller Family Fun Center. Jake Brake shocking everyone, joining with Lemon Juice McGee. This coming up 20th of April right there in Hawkins County, Tennessee. Rogersville, Tennessee. Hawkins County Cattlemen's Association building. You better believe Kyle Maggard's coming to get even, and you better believe it's going to be a fight between those two big men. It's going to be a huge night on the 20th of April right there in Rogersville, Tennessee. Make your plans to join us right there ringside. Not a bad seat in the house. $10 for adults. Kids 12 and under, only $5. It's going to be a big night of wrestling. Keep up with our Facebook page so you can keep up with the match announcements. Right here next week, I'm going to tell you more about it. And Dan Richards is going to be here with some words. We're going to see Wayne Atkins in action. We're going to talk about a big 6-man tag match that I'm going to be involved with, which is maybe a once-in-a-lifetime event for me. And I'm looking forward to it and excited about it. I'm going to tell you about it right here next time. Until then, God bless each and every one of you for watching. Check out the network, and we'll see you next week.